Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hancock with Beyond You Coaching. As human beings, we each have a story. Our story is our history, our experiences, the summation of our life as we remember it that helps us to define ourselves as an individual. Our stories are very intimate to us. So today I want to talk about what our story means and how it affects the life that we are living. We will also do a brief guided meditation together, so be sure to be sitting comfortably, preferably listening to headphones so you can get the most out of this experience. So let's begin. I remember when I read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, nearly 20 years ago. There's a very powerful sentence in that book that has stayed with me all these years, and I'd like to share it with you right now. On page 1, Eckhart says, "I have little use for the past and rarely think about it. However, I would briefly like to tell you how I came to be a spiritual teacher and how this book came into existence." I have little use for the past and rarely think about it. When you hear this, what do you think? Do you find this impossible? Do you think it might be sad to have little use for the past? Perhaps you find it freeing or liberating. Take a moment to think about what you feel when you hear the words, "I have little use for the past and rarely think about it." Our past, our experiences, our memories are what we have been told defines who we are. Our Western mental health science is built upon the premise of looking into the past to discover who we are. The past is a very alluring and tempting place for the mind to play with, because it can replay, recreate, and even reinvent endless permutations of experiences to self-identify with. These memories create our story. The story we choose to tell depends largely on our temperament, tendencies, and perception of events, otherwise known as karmic influences. Unless your mind is still and you see reality in pristine, unadulterated clarity, you will always interpret reality based on your own personal filter. This is why and how a group of people can witness the same event, but each have a different experience and story to tell. We can write whatever story we want, and indeed we do, because we are the author of our lives. Though each one of us has gone through any myriad of circumstances and life experiences, the stories we choose to tell are based on our beliefs and reality filter that allows us to highlight experiences that fit our definition of who and what we think we are. So, for example, if you define yourself as a strong and powerful person, you will craft a life story that highlights these experiences, and you will draw your attention to these areas that build a sense of self that corresponds to your identification. If you define yourself as a martyr, then your mind will highlight only those experiences that showcase memories where you are clearly seen as a victim and underdog. In the case of Western therapy, we dig through our past experiences, reframe them, and attempt to see them through a different lens so we can alleviate our suffering, guilt, remorse, or shame. But this is essentially swapping one story for a more palatable one. It is still a story nonetheless. What Eckhart is alluding to is dropping the story altogether. This is radical. This is transformative. And this is what it means to be spiritual. Spirituality is not about woo-woo mantras, mystical feats, or talking to otherworldly entities, though it can certainly contain these experiences if one is drawn to them. True spirituality is nothing more than dropping untruth for truth. Of course, there are many beautiful paths to freedom. One can choose whichever path fits your karma. Eventually, you will find that the path will lead to the same end, that of letting go of the past, releasing the hold of all form, and surrendering to the ultimate. So now I would like to invite you to please close your eyes. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale, letting go of any tension you may be feeling. Drop your shoulders, relax your arms, your back, your chest, your neck, and your face. Feel yourself sinking into the surface that you're resting on, becoming still more comfortable and relaxed. Take another slow, deep breath in and exhale slowly, releasing any thoughts, aligning yourself to the present moment, knowing that all is well. Before you is a door, and above the door it says, Is-ness. You would very much like to experience this curious is-ness, so you walk closer to the door. As you get close, you notice a paper hanging from the door that says you must leave behind your mind before you enter. This means all your ideas about life, all your beliefs of who you think you are, all your expectations about yourself and others, all your ideas and assumptions. Everything must be left at the door before you enter. You cannot enter the room with any idea that you have about yourself, good or bad. All your desires, fears, identities, and programs cannot enter this space of is-ness. You can always pick up your mind again when you come back out, so there is no worry, because your mind will always be there for you to recover. When you are ready to drop everything, all thought, all beliefs, all expectations, all memories, all desires, all fears, you are ready to walk into this sacred space. Ready? Open the door and step inside. Inside. No more instructions. Just this space. Senses are active, but no interpretation, no judging, no dissecting. Just awareness of what is. Pure perception. The ability to experience remains. Not imagination, just presence and awareness. No thought, no stories, no desires, no attachments, no fears. Just awareness. Is-ness. No effort. Just awareness. Is-ness. In this space, is there pain? In this space, is it in any way disappointing? Is it possible for this is-ness to go away? Does this is-ness have a particular belief system, philosophy, morality. In this space, does it matter what kind of mind you left behind? Do days or seasons make a difference to this is-ness? Is this is-ness imagination? Is there any agitation with this is-ness? Any worry? Any disappointment? Any thought at all? Stay in this is-ness for a moment longer and be here now. Is it ever possible to not be this is-ness? When you open the door and recover your mind, where is the is-ness? Is it still accessible? Slowly, slowly, bring your awareness back to the body. Take a deep inhale in and slowly exhale. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, slowly, slowly, go ahead and open your eyes. Welcome back. How was that inner journey for you? I'd like to thank Muji, a realized master of our time, for creating this guided meditation to help seekers get in touch with their true nature. For more information on Muji and this meditation technique, please see the description box below. So what did we learn? Well, we learned that our stories are good and bad and everything in between, depending on our karmic filters of reality. We learned that our stories are not real and are constantly being updated, amended, and reframed to suit our needs at the moment, depending on how we choose to identify ourselves. And finally, we know and have experientially understood that our true nature, the ineffable is-ness, that is the ever-present witness to all that is our truest and deepest self. So now I think we can fully understand what Eckhart meant by saying, I have little use for the past and rarely think about it. Because when you abide in the present moment as pure awareness, is-ness, then the past holds no value. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and share it with others who you think can benefit from learning more about life stories and discovering our true nature. Share your insight and feedback about the meditation in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think. And if you're new here and are interested in learning more about the mind, personal growth, and higher awareness, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.